What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time we're going to be taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a pretty slow day of support for Phil. Of course, our boy Phil tried to complain about his neck, back, shoulder pain that was so debilitating that it required another tier 3 tip goal to make him feel all better. And of course, he brought this out for a second day, but it just fell flat. That's right, the dents fell for one stream and came out in droves and supported him. But of course, on that same day, the night stream, he could barely crack $25. And the same occurred today. That's right, folks. Phil needs to understand that it's the end of the month and the dents disability checks have dried up and they won't have any money until next month, Phil. So you need to learn and gauge the level of support from your viewers, Phil. Anyway, let's see what Phil has to say on the Daily Wrap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was the 30th of August, 2023, a very eventful streaming day due to what I got done. It was a pretty big day of accomplishments, to say the least. First of all, my shoulder is still killing me. It actually... I neutral jump, I neutral jump again. Neutral jump, neutral look at me. I neutral jump, I around everything. I'm such a good player because I keep neutral jumping. Wow. Felt like it was getting better yesterday. I went to sleep. I woke up sleeping in a bad position and my shoulder got even worse. You gotta be kidding me. So again, I'm like, dude, can I play a day of gameplay here, or is my shoulder gonna be bothering me all day and affect it? We had a fun podcast this morning. Topics included...
Okay, yeah, big ups to No Poems on Twitter for posting that. I thought it was actually pretty funny, where it just showed Phil and displaying how debilitating his back pain is, to the point where he was dancing around and just having a little fun last night on Streetfighter after getting his ass beat, playing I think Ken was whipping him, and he decided he wanted to act a clown and start dancing and jiggling. And that was just one little segment of Phil just forgetting that he had debilitating back pain. Yes, folks. And I just wanted to add that little tidbit to show you how big of a liar Phil is when it comes to his back. It's always his back always gets triggered at an opportune time. For example, his tips have been slow it's just been slow all week. The only thing that did okay was the marathon, and even that he spent all that money on WWE Champion, so he was flat broke, and he knew he needed tip money for his day off. So he decided to whip out the, oh, my back is hurting, I need sympathy. Medicine won't help. The only thing that will help is a vest with a tier 3 tip goal. That's the only thing that will help me. And of course, the dents came out and they supported him for that one stream. But yeah, the money isn't there, Phil, and you need to understand and gauge the level of support that you're currently at, Phil. Your whales, most of them have departed. You only have a few of them, and even those whales can only pop up a certain amount of time. Also, you're relying on these 3 to 4 whales to not only support your DSP gaming channel, but also DSP reacts. And I'm sorry, Phil, the money is just not there, except for maybe OIC, who seems to have a pretty decent paying job, and maybe 1 Minute Man. That's it. Well, that's it. Your other dents, you know, they need to borrow mom's credit card or steal the credit card, and if they can't manage that, you're up shit's creek when it comes to support, Phil.
Discussion on the difficulty level of Armored Core 6. Some people who rage quit it online. My take on it, and the fact that I'm an interactive streamer, and so maybe my experience is a lot different than others. It definitely could be, and that's why I'm liking it more. I don't know. Also talked about PlayStation Network raising its prices, not a little, but dramatically, starting this Friday. Yes, this September, all the prices go up for their subscriptions. So I want to look into that on the Level 1 podcast. Lots of topics discussed. First stream today was the conclusion of Grand Theft Auto 5. Finally got it done. It was a 38-hour playthrough when all was said and done. And it was great. It was fun. It was a good ending. What we ended up doing was 2 of the endings that I had never seen in my first run. Because at the end of the game, you get the choice. Do you want to kill Trevor, kill Michael, or go against the antagonists and do what's called the Death Wish mission? Well, in the original playthrough, I did the Death Wish mission. So this time around, I did the other 2 endings. Now, we ran out of time, and some people were like, well, we do the 3rd ending. I mean, we already saw it, but maybe in the future, if people wanted me to do like a one-off night stream on a night when you just had that time to do it, to do either the 3rd ending or maybe go back and maybe do those Epsilon cult missions, because they take a long time collecting all those cars and things like that. Maybe we would do them, but for now, for all intents and purposes, the playthrough concluded today. It was a great one. Thank you to anyone who hung out with me over the summer as I played this cool retro 10-year anniversary run in GTA 5. Now, on the late stream tonight, I was out on a mission. I said, tonight I want to hit 5-star diamond with Honda. The problem is, Honda is very hard to play once you hit this level. Almost everyone is using a top tier. I think in the entirety of the night, I fought 2 Zangiefs, 1 Dalsim, 1 Kimberly, and 2 Lilies. And literally every other fight tonight, out of like the 50, 60 fights that I did, all of them were top tier characters. Ken's, Jury's, Luke's, Giles, JP. Because yes, I would say I think JP is now top tier. We've now seen in tournament level that if you play him well, he is a top tier character. Among others, it was a humongous grind. And every time I was just getting to hitting 5-star diamond, I would lose a set. I'm like, oh my God. So I know I won more than I lost, but again, it wasn't a great record. But I stayed extra. I stayed like 45 minutes extra. And at the very last minute, the last set, I did it. And I completed it. And I hit 5-star diamond with Honda. Now begins the climb to master, which I think is going to be a very big nightmare. 1,200 more points to get to master. But hopefully when I hit it, you know, we're there for good. That's my goal, is to hit master ranking, okay? Same thing with Blanca right now. We're only like a few wins away from hitting 5-star diamond and then pushing to master. So we are in prime position now over the next 1 to 2 weeks to actually hit master with both characters. However, I was so determined tonight to hit 5-star diamond, I completely forgot to count the wins. I know for a fact I hit 2,500 wins tonight. I completely forgot about it. So this coming Friday, we'll have the celebration on the Friday Night Fight stream for hitting 2,500 wins. I know I did. I know the person who tracks the stats will let me know. And we'll talk about this on the podcast on Friday. But yeah, 2,500 freaking wins is a lot to be happy about. That's a lot of gameplay. That was me trying out some, what was it, like 12, 13 characters in the game. Good stuff, all right? So thank you to everyone. Sorry, of course, I raged like crazy tonight, but I got it done. Thanks to anyone who contributed. It was a great end to August. By the way, it was announced that the new DLC character, Aki, will be coming out on September 27th in Street Fighter 6. And yes, I'll be checking her out at the end of the month. All right, so outside of that...
Yes, of course. I was watching the stream last night, and yeah, Phil utterly got destroyed playing Street Fighter, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna complain that E Honda probably has a bad back just like him. It didn't matter who he played. Yeah, he played a lot of Minows and Kens, but he also played Zangief, which he lost to. He played to he played the Zangief. He played to the chick with the mohawk, whatever her name is. He lost to her. He pretty much lost to everyone. The only one he didn't lose to that I didn't see was probably Marcia. I don't think he fought Marcia, but he fought pretty much a good slew of players and lost to every single one of them. And of course, he had an excuse for every single one. If it wasn't lag, it was pattern play, it was mashing. It's the same spiel and trash that Phil has to say, and it's quite pathetic. I mean, the only fun thing about watching him play Street Fighter is when he rages and starts slamming his joystick, and even that is starting to get a little fake. I'm starting to suspect that he's hamming it up, hoping that someone will come in and drop some donations, which just hasn't happened. Street Fighter last night, I think he barely cracked $30. He was at mostly $20 most of the night, and I think someone near the end came in with a $10 tip, and I think he walked away with $30, and that was it. But Street Fighter has just been totally trash, mainly in support and gameplay. But support especially, even when Game Tracker was around. I mean, that $30 every day, he barely still cracked $60 in tips. Pretty soon he's gonna relegate. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna start doing Friday Night Fights soon, especially once he starts doing the 5-star diamond and trying to get the master. He's gonna slow walk that like no one's business. because he knows it's going to take him forever. So I'm sure he'll relegate Street Fighter to just Friday nights and just casually be quiet about it and not really mention too much about getting hitting master or whatever. His take will be, well, I already hit master, so it doesn't matter if I do it again or not. Clearly that's what it's going to be. The other thing too that I wanted to point out in this video is, did you watch the video? Look at Phil. He is bouncing back and forth on the X, Y, and axis like crazy. I have back pain. I've experienced back pain. I know what back pain is, neck pain, nerve pain. Phil, I've dealt with it for years, and I'm sorry, when I have back pain or neck pain or pinched nerve, I'm not moving around like that. I'm basically as stiff as possible and have zero range of motion. And just like I showed earlier in this video, which I think I want to show again, you, Phil, look at you, Phil. This was you the whole night, Phil, acting a clown.
So look at me, I neutral jump around everything. I'm such a good player because I keep neutral jumping. Wow. Felt like...
That's right, Phil. That was you the whole night. And I guess you forgot that your back problem kicked in. And you actually even mentioned that yesterday. You said, oh, when I start playing video games, I have such a high tolerance for pain that I forget about it. I'm guessing that was one of those times where you forgot about your debilitating back pain. What a crock of shit. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. He goes on for a few more minutes about Starfield or whatever, which that's going to be a dead playthrough because it's going to be one of these lengthy RPGs that Phil bitches about. And initially, I think there'll be support because people will be interested in it. But once he starts doing missions and grinding for resources and stuff like that, yeah, it's going to die out pretty quickly. The only thing I can probably see him do is maybe charge the dents $20 or $25 to have them name Outpost. I think he may do something like that, akin of naming a Pokemon. I know he's going to spend his day today trying to think of ways to monetize this playthrough, and he'll probably do that. He'll probably charge $25 to name your Outpost, because apparently that's one of the things you can do on Starfield, is you can fly around, build bases on certain planets, and name them. So I can see him definitely doing that. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.